How's it going, guys? This is Nick with Score Gaming, and today we're gonna take a look at farming some lith relics and cracking them open to sell for some platinum on primes. Today we have Lizard with us. He's going to be joining us today. Lizard, you
What's
want to say
up?
anything?
Uh, I'm just excited to be here as much as you are, and willing to help out, show people how to earn some plat.
Good deal. So the main reason for the video today, like I was saying, is farming some lith relics. We have some new people in the clan, and some of them were asking about, plat and asking for plat even. And as much as a lot of the vets in the clan are willing to help out, I thought it would be good to kind of just to show how simple it is to earn plat right off the bat. So, if you're just starting off, obviously you should have Earth unlocked, or working your way up there, and you're gonna want to do a defense mission. Is probably going to be your easiest one. Now, if you haven't unlocked a defense mission, don't worry. You can get you can get lith relics off other missions. Um, but right here,
Makes it pretty simple that the defense mission is called Lith, so
I
it's kind of a
honestly
straight giveaway.
I thought that that was a Fisher for a second, so I wasn't wanting to click on it. I'm not even. God, it's been so long since I've actually ran this defense mission because this is not typically the one that you want to use, like the defense you want to use to get lift relics. That's over in the derelict. But starting off, when you're a low MR, you're not going to want to be going to the derelict, and it takes a little while to get over there. Now, if you're in, let's say, recruiting chat, and or you in a clan, and people are willing to help you out, then most definitely go do a derelict defense. And rotation A gives you lift relics. So on a defense mission, your rotations run as wave 5 and wave 10 both
Ballistics and
count
camp
as
weapons. Crude and
rotation
dangerous.
A. So
Just
you
like the
get
Grenier.
the rewards out of rotation A, and then 15 is B and 20 is C. So we're gonna run a couple waves, and you have to run 5 waves before you can get out of defense missions. So
We have a limbo in our team.
really,
Yeah.
regular limbo too, and we have a new player on the team that looks like he's a MR0, which is odd to see, with a rank 4 Excalibur.
It is one of the lowest level missions.
Well, yeah, but on that, I don't think I've ever seen, like, I guess you're MR0 when you start off, but I thought it went, oh, wait, I thought you started off as MR1.
Nope, you're start off at 0.
Really? Okay. See, and I think that's why I was talking to you a little bit earlier about actually starting another account and doing a like a throwback Thursday, and basically just going every Thursday posting a video or even going live and just running some missions with a brand new account to get a feel for what it is to be starting off in Warframe again. No, I'm not. I haven't been playing for years like some of the people on YouTube have, but I mean, I've been hanging out with a lot of the vets and talking to them and really working through things. And when you get into like playing with a higher mastery rank, you start running through missions so fast that you don't actually take the time to like oh, let's go bust this open, or let's open this locker and see if I can get any resources. It's like, okay, yeah, no, let's go kill these 5 enemies or whatever it is, capture this guy, defend this, and get in and get out, you know. So I think over time a lot of people like actually really lose the awe of when you first start playing Warframe from the graphics and just enjoy the game.
The novelty of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of turned off by it.
That was a close one.
I wasn't really too keen on like the style of it and like how fast paced it is. When I first started playing a couple years ago, and it took me a little while to get used to.
So did you start playing after they had implemented the parkour system, or was that, or did you start before that? Okay.
So I downloaded it before Parkour 2.0 or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I think it was like back when Loki was like a starter trade, and right when it came to the PlayStation. And I was like, nah, I don't know about this one, so I deleted it, and then I started back. It was during the Moon operation, and that's when I started. That's when I really started playing.
Gotcha.
That's when I got my. That's when I fell in love for the Saren main.
Definitely, I'm loving that Saren main myself. I'd had her built for a little bit, and you know, played around. And I was like, okay, I'm having fun, but it really wasn't until the Saren rework in the last big update that I was like, okay, yeah, now we got some things going on. So, I mean, obviously this video is going to be more geared towards the newer players to Warframe, but even if, yeah, when you're getting up to MR5 and 6, it's starting to get a little bit deeper into the star chart, you know, Venus, Mars, you still have this option to run these defenses on any of those planets. And basically, the mission layout's going to be the same for almost every planet, whereas you're going to have your survival, you're going to have your defense, your excavation, your captures, mobile defense. That layout's going to pretty much be the same at every planet you go to. So it's going to have, you know, 1 or 2. I think it's 1 at each mission for you to go through, with their different enemy types. Obviously, I mean, Earth is Grenier, and going to Venus next is going to be your Corpus. But if even at, you know, getting in there at any rank, at any MR rank, just run some missions, build up your relics, and then you want to go to Fishers. If you're looking for something specific, don't use that relic. The whole point when you're doing this to get prime parts to sell is you're either looking for a specific one to sell, like Limbo Prime just came out, so you're looking for the Limbo set to sell.
Come on.
But really what this is geared towards is what some people in the game called prime junk, and you want to get just random common items out of your relics and sell those. And a lot of people do 5 parts for 10 plat. So I mean, as you know, as a new player or even, you know, lower MR rank, you're not gonna have a lot of trades per day, but you get to MR2 or 3 fairly quickly, you know, right off the bat, if you're really, you know, if you're doing your missions and, you know, exploring and things like that and figuring out the game. And that gives you, you know, 2 trades a day. You have to be in MR2 to trade. So if you think about it, by running these missions, and let's say you get 10 relics a day and you crack 10 relics a day in MR2, and you go into trade chat and you sell that, Uh, all, you know, that's going to be 20 platinum. You know, because the going rate's typically 5 pieces for 10 platinum. Every now and then you'll find somebody wanting to do 5 for 7. And that's going to be your own choice. And see right here, 5 waves in, didn't take that long, and we've already got 1 Lith relic.
Yep, that's
Continue to defend. You will
2
be
plat
rewarded
right
for your
there.
bravery.
Potential 2 plat.
Well, and it's potentially more than that too, depending on what you get out of that. So I mean, you can sit there and you can try to judge the market when you first learn to play. You know, go, oh well, you know, I want 10 platinum for this. But honestly, a lot of people grinding chat right now are gonna be people that have been playing for a while, so they may not want to spend 10 platinum on that one item. That's why I say go more commons. Typically, you can get 5 to 10 platinum for a common and 10 to 15 for an uncommon, but that's if that part is wanted. So if there's a market for that part. So, you know, the Bratton series, the Burston series, the you know, some of these series that are out, that whole set may only be worth 15 to 20 platinum. You know, most of the time you can pick it up for about 15 or 20 platinum if you're looking to buy it. So if you've got the barrel that's a common part and you've got 10 of them, then yeah, that's 20 platinum right there just by selling prime jump. So
Man. Forget that one of those cataclysms reminds me of Borderlands. Kinda like the cell shaded style.
So I actually, I think that there was a Walmart in Canada that accidentally released new games coming out for next year. And that's kind of like when they spoiled like the Division 2, I think Anthem, the new Far Cry, and you know, I think it was a good like 7 games. And their predicted sell price on those up in Canada was $79. But anyways, on there it looked like they had the Borderlands 3 listed. Yes, sir. And that was for next year's release. So even though we didn't see anything at E3, you know, maybe they're gonna sneak that out November. Start, you know, teasing a little bit.
That would be so cool. Borderlands is like my game.
Yeah, I used to play Borderlands just to hear Claptrap talk crap. And now, like, so I was actually talking to my wife earlier, a couple days ago, and I jumped in to do an index run, and the voiceover for the index sounds like Claptrap.
Yeah, Nefanyo.
Yeah.
I think it's the same guy. I think me and my buddy were talking about that.
So the main thing about this, guys, is that this is gonna be some raw footage because going into this, I don't want to be cutting things out, and then when you go to do it, you're gonna be like, well, but it only, you know, in the video it was only 5 minutes. No, we're gonna have some raw footage up. There's gonna be a little bit of editing, but not much. And if you guys want to see more of like, okay, they're gonna go in, grind this, get 10 relics, crack them, and sell it, just comment below, and I can definitely make some more videos on that. and start doing if there's a certain build for a frame you would like to see or a gun. I don't have all of them sitting in my inventory currently, so those videos might take a little bit longer when it comes to frames, depending on which frame it is. And on guns, typically, since it's a 24-hour build time, I can go ahead and rebuild those and make a beginner build guide for that as well.
I was talking to I guess somebody from your clan earlier today, and he was a MR4, and
Shot
he was
caller?
saying, well, no, it wasn't shot caller. But he was saying, like, I feel like I have my Warframes modded, but my weapons just don't feel like just can't do any damage. Well, yeah, you're gonna need stronger weapons to go through the star chart, and honestly, going through the star chart should be like one of your first priorities, so that you can have variations in missions and being able to go to the different places to get different resource drops and mod drops.
Well, yeah.
But,
so the star chart, the star
along the
chart
way,
does
you
break
gotta-
that down. So, sorry about that, lizard.
That's alright.
But no, with the star chart, like, each planet has its own set of resources, like he's saying. But each mission, whether it be an alert or void fisher, also has it, you know, their planets that they're going to be on with different difficulties. And on that though, as well, is that as that difficulty in the enemy level start off rises up when you start getting deeper in, that also changes your reward tier. So while this defense may reward you lit, if you go to, like, let's say Sedna, which is the last planet, and do Hydra on that defense, you're gonna get Mesa for rotation A. So while yes, it is it's good to have a variety of Lift, Meso, Axie, and Neo, because a lot of your sets are going to be spread across the 4. That doesn't mean that just because it's a lift, it's not going to give you a good part, or that part you got from that lift isn't going to be worth anything.
True.
So, and I get what you're saying, and that is typically the best advice to give anybody that's a low MR is work on your star chart. Work on your star chart. Get through your star chart, get through your missions, but like for me, I wanted to expand. Like I got in and saw everything, and I'm like, oh, I want to collect this, and this. And you learn very quickly that you need to spend some platinum to go ahead and get more get more slots for weapons, or more Warframe slots. So starting off, you're gonna see some people in the trade chat going, oh, I want to sell this one mod that for 900 platinum, and you're looking at it going, holy crap. So when you see that, those are Rivens, and they are weapon specific, and they are only for weapons currently. So that is a major thing. You're not going to get into Rivens until after the second Dream and the War Within. And we're really not going to talk about those two quest lines at all, simply because
Extraction is ready.
those are probably the
Unless you
two
can
best
handle more
quests
of the
in the
enemy.
entire game.
I agree.
So
Very impressive, Tenno. You held
now
them
there
all
is a
out.
new quest
Time
line
to get out
coming
of
up.
here.
They're hoping to have it out before TennoCon, which TennoCon is July 7th, called The Sacrifice. It's going to be an in-game mission. You have to have a lot of the story missions done in order to do that one. But it's gonna be great. It's just gonna be a great mission. So, let's look at this. So basically, when you're looking at a planet, if you don't know, if you right click, or if you hit R3, it'll bring up if Ortis would get out of the way. Come on, Ortis. Don't do this to me, Ortis.
Waiting. Navigation is waiting.
Ortis, I love you, but I'm gonna turn you off if you don't stop. Okay, there we go. So on Earth, you know, you have these 4 resources right here. And the top one's gonna be your common. You got uncommon. Rares are gonna be your bottom 2. And then, like, for instance, if you go down to Venus, you can see that it is going to be a different set of resources. Some of the resources will overlap, but not all the time. It just depends. So, and like, as you can see, the enemy level slowly goes up. Whereas starting off here, you're gonna have 3 to 8s, and then you're also gonna, you know, let's see, we'll go to Jupiter. Starting off is going to be 18 to 20s. So, and the derelict is over here. And like I said, when you go into the derelict, your best one for lift relics is going to be the defense mission. So,
excavation missions also give a lot of lift relics and meso relics, depending on what, depending on like where in the star chart you're doing the excavation missions.
yes. Go on.
But yeah, the excavation missions are also a good source of relic farming.
They're also a good source for Indo and credit farming. I know, like, it's not gonna be as much as later, you know, later games, but when you go over to Pluto, you got Hircon, which is an excavation mission, and that one on rotation A has a 25% chance to reward you with 400 Indo, or it could reward you with 2,000 credits. Over time, you'll build up credits, and it's not going to be as big of an issue. But there are those incidences where, if you want to, let's say, buy a prime mod from somebody, those are underneath the legendary category, and those will cost you 1,000,000 credits just to trade, or just to buy it. The other person doesn't get it. It's going to cost you platinum and credits. Go over here to primes. Like it is prime continuity. Some of these go for a couple hundred plats. Some of them not so much. So, but the one thing that I do want to say, if you haven't really messed around with trade chat, you go over. It's all the way over. And right now I have a filter on. So if you want to do filters, you hit triangle. You can type in whatever you want. A lot of people put in want to buy, so that way it only shows people, you know, wanting to buy items, so they can kind of, it's an easier sell process. But if you clear that, done, it's gonna overload this, so it can be kind of frantic. But if you want to buy anything, it's WTB. If you want to sell anything, WTS. Trading, like let's say you want to trade something straight across, that's WTT. And you can bracket things. So like, let's say I wanted to sell let's go on and see. Want to sell, you do bracket, let's say, yeah, mag prime set. So you just do that, and then you wait for somebody to message you, or you can look for, see if there's anybody wanting to buy a mag prime set. So right there. And if you want to know where your fissures are, if you hit your R1 and you go over, it's going to be these right here. Currently there is a capture on, so we'll show you real quick on that, and then I think that'll probably be it for this video.
One minute.
Whenever you're breaking relics open, you want to try to make sure that you're either running with friends of yours or with randoms, because as you'll see once we get to the end of this, you don't have to pick what you get. So when you're looking at that, as they're picking relics, I'll go over here and show you. If you go here, this will show you all the relics you have. It'll be a breakdown, and you just click on them like Lith A1, and then you got your commons that are bronze, your uncommons, and then you got your golds, which are rare. One thing you can do as you do more relic cracking is you can put refinement into them, which changes the drop chance of what you could get. So like as you see, if I do radiant, which is 100 void fissures, or not void fissures, my bad, 100 refinement, you see that where it says Axcaloto Prime blueprint goes up compared to if it's not radiant at all. So like I'm saying, when you're running through these, if you're looking for a very specific prime part, don't grab it. You know, don't take that relic, because if you're running these to get your your commons and your uncommons to sell, then like let's say you're looking for Valkyr Prime. I'm not gonna run a Lith A2 if I am looking for Valkyr Prime blueprint, because if I get that, I'm not gonna want to sell it. So you're not gonna be as efficient as you possibly can if you're running, let's say, Lith C2, and I don't need the Bronco Prime receiver. So I don't care if I get that or the, Paris Prime upper. So, any of these, like, I'm not really going to care. I'm going to sell it if I get any of this. But once you get done with the Fisher, you get an option. RNG plays a big role, but it'll be one of these right here that pops up for you to choose. Or, like Lizards, he's going to have his own relic. So once we get to the end of that, we'll show you what that looks like. I'm going to start that timer. Man, and I just sold that Limbo set for 90 with a Riven mod.
What do you mean with the Riven mod?
Yeah, so I threw on there that I wanted to sell the Limbo Prime, and somebody messaged me 80 plat with a Riven, and I said 90, and he said 85 with a Riven. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'll do that. So, and I just saw somebody wanting to buy it for a little bit over 100 plat. I'm like, yeah.
Ballistics and archaic weapons.
I probably could have.
Dangerous,
I probably
just
would
like the
have
Grenier.
preferred that, as I'm trying to build plat up and do more for the channel. And that is another thing, guys. Make sure that you click that subscribe button and like. It's gonna really help the channel out. And as we grow and get bigger, I'm gonna start doing giveaways. If you're part of the clan currently, as we grow and get bigger, Sam, our lead, or since we're Dire Wolf Academy, our alpha, I've already talked to him a little bit. We'll start donating more to the clan so we can start doing more clan events for the vets to get involved or the new guys. So you see this right here, what I'm picking up, those are called just
You
drill
found the
blank.
target.
Remind me,
Capture them
lizard.
quickly before they escape.
Reactant.
I think we were talking about that last night.
Yeah, it's called a reactant. You have to pick up 10 of them in order to crack the relic. Typically, a lot of people will run like a defense or a survival if there's one available, because you can do more of an in-game endurance run on it. But if you're just looking to crack a couple relics and do it real quick,
Excellent
captures
work.
are
We'll
wonderful,
interrogate the
because
captive back at
all
base.
you have to do
Your
is you
part
have
is
to,
done here,
you get to
Tenno.
your capture point, get that guy, run around, kill some enemies, crack your relic, and then you're ready to jump out. Whereas if you're on a defense, you gotta wait for that, next wave of 5 before you can jump out. Or if you're on survival, you have to wait 5 minutes before you can even crack the relic. So it slows you down a little bit.
Yeah, and exterminates are tricky because there's only a set number of enemies that spawn, and you gotta wait for the enemies to turn gold and then go through their like phasing cycle or animation, and then when you kill them afterward and they're like speckled gold, then they'll drop, and then they have a chance to drop them.
That's it.
And then
You opened the
excavation.
relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
Pain in the is, you have to time it, getting the reactant to opening or completing the
Yeah.
excavators.
So basically, when you're running an excavation, that you have to have one person that can protect the pod, and then you gotta have other people that can run around killing enemies, because after 2 excavators, that's it. It's time for the next relic pick. And that's what, 3 minutes. It's a minute and a half per excavator. So if you're not on top of it, your team's not on top of it, somebody's not realizing what they're doing, and they're just finishing excavator after excavator and not really trying to collect what you need.
The reactant.
Yeah,
Then-
I do not know why tonight, man, I had this all lined out. I was like, okay, we're gonna talk about this, we're gonna go over this, and now I'm like, well, let's just, throw that out the window and kind of freelance this. And then now I'm like, okay, what's that called? Like, I know that I'm not, like, oh my gosh, I'm a founder and have Excalibur Prime, haha, since he's only on PC. By the way, don't let people troll you. There's not an Excalibur Prime on console. There will never be an Excalibur Prime on console. He's a PC Founders Pack exclusive. He cannot be sold. People will troll you. Don't let them.
Wait, have you gotten this Curia over here?
Yeah, I think I have. There was a see right there. I got the Act Bronco Prime part, but we're gonna go with Necros because he is vaulted currently. And if you haven't gotten to that point on what that is, basically
Mission complete.
you
The
have
captive has been escorted to the
your new
extraction
Prime
point.
frames that
Well
come out,
done.
like Limbo Prime just came out. But after a set amount of time, they will pick one frame to put into the vault. And what that means is you will no longer be able to farm the relics needed to get the pieces to build the set.
DE takes the relics that contain those prime pieces
Out of rotation.
and removes them from the drop tables, so that when you do the defense missions and the excavations, then you don't have a chance to get those relics.
Yeah.
Operator,
See, like,
a regular
currently, we
seance.
just got done saying
How
Necros was
the
vaulted,
light
right?
fall?
So if you go
I
over
have
here,
marked a possible
another thing
radio
you can do
disturbance,
is,
but
if you're
perhaps you
looking
would
for
prefer
something
to
specific, you can hit L3,
Sorry.
and then you can, you know, type in
Navigation
what
is
you're
waiting,
looking for.
operator. Waiting. Navigation is waiting. Oh my.
See right here, like this lit N3 that has the Necros Prime blueprint. You cannot farm that anymore. They have taken that relic out of rotation since Necros is vaulted. Whenever you do get something that does get vaulted, I mean, as you can see now, you get to keep the relics that you already had. You just don't get a chance to get any more unless you find somebody willing to sell them to you in trade chat. But if it's vaulted, depending on what the set is and what's on that relic, they may want you to pay quite a bit. So,
Like the one that has the Rhino Prime blueprint. That's an expensive relic.
So to recap on this real quick, guys, and I would show you a trade, but currently I don't have a whole bunch of prime parts I want to get rid of. But if you go over here, whenever you're wanting to build a gun, a prime gun like right here, the Burstin, you have to go and farm each one of these pieces out of a relic. If you want a Warframe, you have to go and let's see what I got one. Limbo Prime. You have to farm each one of these relic or each one of these parts and build it, and it takes 12 hours just to build the part, and then you have to wait 72 hours after that unless you want to rush it. And like he was talking about earlier, there was a guy asking about guns. Do not think that you have to spend platinum. Absolutely do not think that. This game is set up, it's a free-to-play game, and it may look like you have to spend platinum to get ahead, but you don't. If you go here, like let's say we go down to, what's a new one that's good? The bow, right? If you didn't pick that up, yeah, right here, it's gonna say, okay, 65 platinum, and you're like, I don't want to spend 65 platinum on this weapon. You know, I don't even know if it's good. I watched a YouTube video and the guy said this weapon sucks. Well, if you go over here and you hit your R1, it'll take you to the blueprint, which you can pick up for 15,000 credits and just build it yourself. So, don't think that when you're looking for a new weapon or you want to try a new weapon out that you absolutely have to spend platinum, and if you don't spend it you're never gonna get it, and you know, no. Some weapons are not going to have a blueprint. What's one that doesn't have a blueprint that you can buy in the market? Oh, I know which one. Arcoplasmor. Right here.
Doesn't have a...
So the Arcoplasmor does have a blueprint, but it is in the energy lab in the dojo. Yeah, so your dojo after you join a clan is always going to be on the left hand side at the very bottom. Over here. And you're going to have different parts in that. But we're going to go over dojos and whether you want to build or join. There's a couple different perks on either side. And we'll go from there. But yeah, so like I said, just to recap, run your defense missions, run your defense missions, get your lith relics, and make sure that you're going through and cracking your lith, cracking those up, making sure you have the parts you want to get rid of, and then just WTS prime junk. 5 for 10. And somebody 9 times out of 10 will message you eventually. You may have to do it a couple times. And you can't spam chat. You can't spam the chat. So they put you on lock, and to know, let's say, want to sell, boom. See that 118 seconds counting down? You cannot post another comment until that's counted down. It's to stop people from spamming the chat. But yeah, guys, it's as simple as that. Take a, next time you jump on, I get it, there's so much to do, but take an hour, run defenses, 5-10 waves, jump out, jump back in, get all those relics, and then jump in and really grind out, crack them and sell them. At an MR2 or MR3, that's 2 trades a day, 2 or 3 trades a day. At 10 platinum, yeah, that's not. Oh, well, 20 platinum's not a whole lot. Well, yeah, but at the end of the day, it's either a Warframe slot, more weapon slots, or if you save up, you're talking 20 plat, 10 days. 20. You're gonna have quite a bit built up over time. If you only did defense missions and cracked relics and sold prime junk for an entire month and got 20 to 30 plat every day, you're gonna have a decent stockpile. And we may turn that into a series. A little video series on doing that. Thank you guys. Make sure you subscribe, like the videos, comment below on what you would like to see posted next. We're gonna do some more collaborations with Lizard and a couple of the guys in the clans. Even Stark Knight Gaming, he's got a channel going on. He's got a good limbo build. You guys should definitely go check that out. It's been fun. See you next time.